Doesn't have to be perfect.
All right.
We're not going to do that because it could get copyrighted. So hopefully we'll have a jingle at this juncture. Welcome. We have a name. We have a name, people. It's called The Leftovers Podcast. Cameron is the brains behind this name. So Cameron, why don't you
I'm going to explain what the thought process is.
Yes, please.
So we spent a long time thinking up names, okay? And we settled on The Leftovers because, you know, when you're done with everything that you want to listen to, your normal podcast, okay, your food, if you will, your good meals, okay?
The good stuff.
And now it's late at night, right? You're getting a little hungry. We know you're getting hungry, okay? So you come to the fridge and you open it up, and what do you have? The leftovers.
Just the leftovers, man.
You don't necessarily know what you're gonna get.
Could be good.
Could be really good. Some things are even better when reheated, I would argue.
Pizza.
Pizza? You
Chinese.
could just eat that cold.
Chinese.
Hey.
Chinese. But you could be like very underwhelmed.
You could be disappointed. Yeah.
French fries.
Yeah.
Oh,
French
bad.
fries.
Bad. But anyway, so if you're listening, you're a little hungry, and you don't know what you're going to get, but...
Hungry for some...
Yeah. Quick thing before we start, we do have a new email. We do like suggestions. We do like hearing from our audience. The new email is called Those Stanky Leftovers at gmail.com. That's all one word, all lowercase. Those Stanky Leftovers at gmail.com.
Also, you musicians out there...
We need an
need
intro
you.
song, like really bad.
Because...
Shouting out the Ryans again?
Yes, shout out to the
That's
Ryan. Ryan, you told me you listened to the first podcast, so prove your worth.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
Call out.
I'm just kidding.
Call him out, dude.
This
They had a lot of praise
episode's
last
also
week. They
called
got
the
back.
Ryan.
No, we can't do that.
Oh boy, we have fun.
We're uploading some of our podcasts to the podcast website, or not podcast website, but the podcast app.
Podcaps.
Podcast app. That's like pending though, so we don't know. For now, you're just gonna watch on YouTube, and if you're seeing my face right now, you're definitely watching on YouTube.
Nice.
So, all right,
All right.
I think we should get started with Hayes' Corner. I think that's the direction
Guess
we need to go.
we'll
You
open
guys
up.
asked for it, and it's back.
So,
Yep.
got to start out with our culture. The thing that keeps us going when we walk to class.
Okay.
That's the groove of the week, boys.
The
Groove of the
groove
week.
of the week.
What are we feeling? Lucas just pulled up his Spotify, so
Well,
he's
I was
thinking.
looking through the Spotify, but Cameron played a song tonight that really just touched my soul.
Oh man.
It's so some of y'all may not know who he is, but Peter Gabriel has a song called Your Eyes. Played in one of my favorite movies, by the way.
Is that right?
1989, Say Anything with John Cusack, and y'all probably haven't seen it, but it's that scene where he like drives up in the car and holds the boombox over his head for the girl in the window.
Oh.
That's the song that's playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Iconic scene.
dang, it's just emotional. Makes me emotional wreck, but it's a groove.
For me, there's this new Gregory Alan Isaacoff song out, who's one of my favorite artists. If you know me well enough, you know that I like this guy. It's called Caves, and I just listened to it today, but I highly recommend it. It's very different from what he's done in the past, but I enjoy it. Also, I'm thinking about going to a concert of his. Probably won't work out, but it's in
Maybe we can
Dallas.
hope.
Well, I'm just out here hoping. It's not expensive. It's just the date's really inconvenient. So we'll see. But
I don't really know. I have two going through my mind. Mac Miller released an album probably 3 weeks ago now. I think it's fantastic. I don't know what people think of it, but I've been listening to it a lot. Couple really good tracks, and it's not necessarily like his other stuff. It's a lot more chill and a lot more like there's actually a lot of good music and tons of instruments, stuff like that.
Mac Miller now compared to Mac Miller like
Is insane.
So
years
different.
ago.
I hate old Mac Miller.
Yeah.
I'll say it. I just don't.
I would
like
say you guys go listen with a fresh set of ears. But anyway, there's a specific song There's one called Hurt Feelings and there's one called Ladders, and I'm not sure which one's my favorite.
Letters. That's a deep reference.
Community.
You have
My
to
favorite
have
TV
watched
show.
Community season 6, folks, to get that reference. If you get that reference, you get a free T-shirt whenever we make merch. I'll say it.
Please. Yeah, if you can tell me exactly what episode it is, then
Now there's gonna be people like Googling. I found the.
Dude, we should make stickers though.
That's on you, dude.
graphic design boy.
Graphic design major. Sorry,
might
dude.
be a close second. Check out my rep book.
Well, Hayes, what's your song?
Man. So I was tossing around in my head earlier, and I was thinking, there's one song that combines two great things, and one is it's just good music, but the other is it's just scheming, you know.
Ooh.
Scheming.
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 Song's called "Killer Whales" by Small Pools. It's a good song. It's not my favorite one. However, the way that song was titled "Killer Whales" is just amazing to me. Basically, the band Googled themselves. They just Googled Small Pools to see, people talking about them, that kind of stuff. Found out that there's a big activism movement going on about people basically trapping killer whales in small pools. And so that was a big thing. Like, literally, that's all you got when you typed in small pools. So they were like, how can we make people listen to our song, basically? How can we get more exposure? So that's what they did. So just mad
It's a
respect
decent
to
song.
them.
Me and Hayes both saw it live. They had like an inflatable killer whale bouncing
That was
around.
fun.
It's
That
cool.
was fun.
So they're pro killing whales.
You know,
Yeah.
that's an excellent question. It was not. not
I'm gonna go ahead and say
vilified
yeah.
either way.
I think they want that to happen.
Gotcha.
True.
Sorry, Small Pools. We don't know any better.
Thank you for your music.
Whales.
What's the next on the docket?
Well, this is, some people would say, their favorite out of location segment that we do. Because we're not going to stay here. Of course not.
no.
You
Of course,
can't.
We can't.
We're in a room.
This
Are
is
you
our
serious?
segment where we're getting up.
Okay.
I'm
We're
getting.
leaving.
Where are we going?
Close your eyes.
We're going to the outskirts of Memphis, Tennessee today, actually.
Oh, wow.
It's a good
Okay.
long
Wasn't
drive.
expecting that.
If you're watching us live, we're going to cut it here. We're going to get up and leave and then finish our little segment, and then we'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So, thank you. We'll be back shortly.
All right, you gonna edit this in?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And we're
It's
back.
totally-
Oh wow, we're back. Hey,
Man.
hey.
Wow, it's so good to be back.
You may ask, where did we go and why did we spend a 3-hour journey just to come here?
So bizarre.
Our favorite joint,
Joint.
not the medicinal kind,
Nope.
the
Nope.
traditional kind, as some would say.
Like a
Very
burger
little,
joint.
because it makes little
Alright.
sense. But anyways, we're here. The Salty Spittoon,
The salty
we made it.
spittoon.
where you gotta get your salt out. Because you
Yeah.
can't let it pile up, man.
Mm-mm.
You gotta throw it over your shoulder.
That's gonna be a
Get rid of
cholesterol
that-
problem
that-
if you let
that
it pile
bad
up.
Yeah.
luck. Mm.
It's the last thing you need. It's
Who wants
cholesterol
to-
problem.
Anybody
kick
just got
this
some
one off.
salt that they're...
I think Luke, do you not have anything?
I
Luke's
a
got
I
no
a
salt.
I got a
Lucas, you haven't
little
been
bit-
salty this
I
week?
got a little bit of
Oh.
salt I can throw.
Okay,
I got a
Luke,
little
you
bit.
Hey, give me some.
Okay. All right. MC students. The way we get around campus, walking. We're not really a biking school, okay? And there are paths, for the most part, that you take to get places, right? Paved paths. Specifically, I'm referencing the quad and the multiple concrete ways you can get through. Sidewalks. Concrete ways. And I was going to class, kind of in a hurry. I wanted to get there early, get my computer set up, because it's my graphic design class. And it's pretty taboo, I would say, to walk on the grass when everyone's walking on the sidewalks.
It kind of makes you look like a
It would
jerk.
make you look like a chotch if you're
Yeah.
like moving around the grass people. Anyway, the grass people. So I'm walking, and I have to slow my roll because there's 3 ladies. First of all, it's a 2-person sidewalk. It
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
One path to go one way, one path to go the other. And there's 3 people walking so slowly.
You just
so
gotta go,
slowly.
you gotta go around them.
What do you do in that
Gotta go
situation?
around
Go around.
You gotta
That's
go around
weird,
them.
but it wasn't like they were just so slow. It was just a little bit slower than I was walking. So I get up on them and then I have to slow down. And
Like, why you look like you're driving?
and I'm just walking because in my mind I'm driving. Anyway, so
gotta
if you're
teach 'em
with
a
your
lesson,
friends,
man.
I should have just split through them and then gone. If you're with your friends, don't walk in threes, okay?
3 abreast.
And that's my salty. I mean, that's it. It's a very small thing, but it just frustrates me. It's a small rule. It's a social rule.
I got you.
Get it?
All right, wow. I got two this time because I had my eye out for what was making me salty. The first thing for me is has to do with my Spanish class. Now, in my Spanish class, there's 2 fluent Spanish speakers. Like, these people like grew up in Spanish-speaking households. They know everything there is to know about the Spanish language, and they're taking an intermediate Spanish course. Like, you're making us all look dumb. You're making us all look so stupid.
Try taking an English class.
Yeah,
buddy.
I mean, like, I'm not going to
Just kidding.
I'm not going to Korea.
Promise.
Listen, I'm not going to Korea and taking an English course just to school all those Koreans in the
It
classroom.
would feel nice,
I-
though.
It would feel, I
It
don't
would feel
know.
awesome.
But you're paying. The thing is, you're paying
Talk
money.
English.
Well, they probably
That's
have to
awful.
take that class.
Well, no, they shouldn't have to though, because like I feel like there should be some
That's
thing where
fair.
you're exempt because you can take a test and knowing like
Yeah, like a fluency exam.
A fluency exam.
That would be
that's
smart.
that's an easy A for me. I'm taking that class.
But that's wasting your money. Like, wouldn't you like to take
That's
a
fair.
different class or
if,
no class?
if you went back to like middle school English class,
I
I'd
would,
be
that
like,
would suck.
Dude,
Oh,
I would
man.
own those middle schools.
oh, of course
I mean, you
own
own
them,
them, but like I don't know. That's
maybe the better question is when does
grinding
being
my
too
gears.
good get boring? When does being the best just get boring?
That's true.
When does schooling
LeBron,
some
let us know.
non-Spanish speakers become?
We should talk about that in a minute, actually.
Okay,
I feel a
second.
burp
Oh,
sitting. Like, it's not coming up.
Don't you ruin this?
don't do it.
I'm
Don't-
not gonna belch.
You're
I
right.
could do it to you guys.
My second thing is a little bit closer to my heart, and this is why it hurts to bring up. It's Fuzzy's Tacos.
Interesting.
I got
What's
beef
up? What's
with
up?
Fuzzy's Tacos.
What's
Wow.
up, dude?
Fuzzy's Tacos is a good friend of the show, I would say. Us three love
Yeah,
Fuzzy's
yeah,
Tacos.
yeah.
I don't know. Have you had
Shout
Fuzzy's?
out, shout
Yeah,
out,
pretty good.
It's
shout out
pretty
the
good.
903 Fuzzies.
The 903 Fuzzies? Perfect. Clinton Fuzzies? I got beef. And here's the deal. Hayes, I know you
What's
work
the
at
beef,
Fuzzies.
man?
I went in there tonight
Yeah.
Let's see.
for a nice taco dinner with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kathleen, if you're listening to this, I love you.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. But
It's out there.
we go up to the counter and I say, hey, we just need 4 tacos. Flour, 2 of them, no cilantro, no tomato. The rest, all the way. It's that simple. 4 shredded chicken tacos.
Fair.
It's a pretty simple order. It takes a little bit. And I'm like, okay, they might be swamped. They're really not that swamped, but I'm giving them a pass.
Okay.
Finally, the food gets out there. It's corn tortillas.
Oh,
There's like
unacceptable.
this much chicken. Like, there's no chicken on it. There's a little bit of lettuce, barely any cheese, and it's just bad. It looks bad.
Interesting.
I took it back. I took 2 of my tacos back, and I was like,
Why just 2? Why
Wow.
not 4?
because Kathleen's like, oh, I'm fine. You know how sweet she is. She doesn't want to like impose. I was like, okay.
Just great.
Well, I went back and I got my tacos and one more in flour, and they still were skimpy on the cheese though. I'm gonna say that, but
Interesting.
it wasn't the best. And also, I asked the waitress to bring some hot sauce, and she never did. And it's just the little things, man. I think
Yeah,
it was
'cause you have to
pile
pay
up.
for that dog.
They pile up.
no
trying to
the hot
steal that.
sauce. The
It's on the
Fuzzies-
table then.
Yeah, it wasn't on the table. We sat outside, and
Nice.
so I was like, when she brought our food, I was like, okay, can you bring me some hot sauce? She's like, oh yeah. And 2 minutes goes by, no
Wow.
hot
A
sauce,
whole 2 minutes.
no hot sauce.
It's like she has a whole other job that she's doing.
I walked in and I saw her. We made eye contact. We made eye contact.
But grabbing hot sauce is a very simple thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's like, oh, I gotta go to the back to get another order, go to the back, grab
Also,
the
if
hot
you're
sauce on
swamped,
your
you know
way.
what I'm saying?
But
I don't
they
know.
weren't
Just
swamped.
saying.
Listen, I got a little salty. I'm not gonna lie.
He said they weren't swamped. They weren't swamped.
They weren't swamped, and she's like definitely had the time to do it. And you know what? I forgive her. I forgive her.
not
Wow.
sound
Wait,
As
what's-
hard
wow, you
as
taking the
hard
high road.
as it
Wow.
is, I
Proud
forgive
of
that
you.
woman. So hey, step
I
up.
think it's just some
step up your
newbies,
game.
man.
Yeah, I
Probably.
think so.
Which I'm also one.
Hey, he's making
first
Fuzzy's
day on
great
the
game.
register, it was not the easiest. Just
Okay.
because it's a new system, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird. You gotta learn it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the salt I got in my
Fair.
bones. That's all
Fair.
gone.
Just gotta give it another shot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you got any salt?
I was kind of thinking about it, and then it's a little thing that happened today that's a big argument. So today, me and Em, if you're listening, I also love you.
Oh,
Shout out to him.
copycat.
Yeah,
Innocent.
I love you
Was late
twice as much as Evan.
Whoa!
Was
So
late
there
to
you
my
go.
graphic design class. I'm calling you out.
Yeah, because we were hanging out. Anyways.
She was in painting, she said. Were you also
I
in
don't
painting?
know. I don't know what.
Y'all were
class she
hanging
goes
out
to.
painting together.
Anyway.
Anyways, so I think she gets out of class at like 4 or something like that, and we have this event that is what they call a meal replacement. So if I want to eat without paying and basically use my meal plan, I have to go to this event
Yeah.
basically and get their food,
Yeah.
which is very limited. The event starts at 4:30, or at least so I was told. So we got there at 4:30 and we waited, but apparently they weren't going to serve food till 5. So we're just sitting there for 30 minutes. Just a mild inconvenience. Mainly what my beef is right now is, man, when I'm forced to eat stuff, I hate that. Like, when I go to a concert, or mainly like sporting events,
Yeah.
it's like I'm on a schedule and I have to drive like 2 hours to Dallas to see like a soccer game. And the only thing that I can eat is in the stadium. I have to eat their $12 pizza that I get for $3 somewhere else.
That's why you wait until
Just
after and go
salt.
to Cane's.
No,
Remember?
but you're gonna be
I know,
so
man.
you don't want to be hungry during the whole.
Yeah, you don't want anything to
You gotta
distract.
be tough. You gotta have. You gotta bulk up.
But I'm trying to enjoy the whole thing with the fullest enjoyment, dude.
Yeah, man.
I'm
You've
not-
never been in a place where like I have to eat this food and I don't want to.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
I've been there.
Thank you.
I've been there, man. It's
It's
not
just
a good feeling.
it's those mild inconveniences, man.
I kind of just have beef with the meal replacement in general.
Oh, I hate it.
Like
It's
just keep
not
the
good, really.
calf still open for those people who
Yeah,
don't want to go.
maybe just like a limited-
From like
I don't
a-
want to. Well, okay. So maybe the worst part is if you're not from MC, which the chances that you're not is
Yeah,
probably
sorry.
super small.
Sorry about that.
Basically, it is awfully humid today. It rained earlier, and it was miserable being out there. It just was. So I had to walk all the way there just to be miserable for an hour and a half to get food. I don't know, just not even good food. At least I could have had not good food in an enclosed environment.
It's true.
So yeah, there's definitely some salt there.
Any salt bubbling up in your leaf?
Well, my tire pressure is low in my car.
Dang tires! dang tires!
Yeah,
Out here.
You're just not a salty person. Like you, I can't really even think of a time that you were like.
yeah.
Let's rank each other in saltiness right now,
Sexy, hot, all right.
Oh wow.
and then cold. I mean,
Not beautiful.
oh, I was thinking saltiness is.
Yeah.
I was very confused by that scale. So
also
by
very
calling me sexy, am I the saltiest?
You're sexy.
Anyway.
All right, yeah.
vote for,
Interesting.
What's next? What's next in Hayes'
It's gonna
corner?
be a new little weekly thing. Just the throwback.
It's a curveball.
Just some nostalgia. What this week you like? Man, let me bring that back. I wish I had that again. Well,
Yeah.
bring it back to my
Yeah.
olden days.
Okay.
All right, Kevin. I think
Gosh. Okay. This is one that's going to hit home for all three of us. Luke, I'm sorry we didn't become friends until college. Halo Reach.
God bless.
If y'all never played the video game Halo Reach, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry for you because it was one of the best times, like playing a video game like with my friends. I don't know. It was just a great experience. Great multiplayer game. A lot of customization options, like where you could like build your own map.
Yeah, it was awesome.
If you're not a video game player,
would say-
sorry.
I would say
It's very-
helped
it's
creativity, if anything.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
Like you kind of hear about like video games and other things oftentimes like it's stunting their creativity
Yeah.
or whatever, but like there's no way that game
You
like,
create
the stuff you
maps.
could build and stuff was awesome.
I created the worst maps ever, but I still created them.
Yeah,
and they're
It
mine.
was fun. I mean, I'm scared to think if they would have tracked hours on video games when we played.
Oh
I mean, I'm not even kidding. It was
It'd
the
be
summer of
embarrassing.
8th to 9th grade, I think. It was before anyone could
man,
drive.
every day.
All we did, like, not even kidding. Like, I'm not
From-
kidding. When it was
from when
every
we
single
woke up.
day.
Yeah.
Take a lunch break,
we would just talk to each other over the mic and play Halo Reach, and that's it. Because what else do you have to do at that
There's
time?
nothing else to do.
You can't work.
Yeah.
You can't drive.
This links a little bit, not really, to my nostalgic thing, which is just literally straight up backyards. Backyards
Yes.
and like the idea of like when you got home from, I'm talking when you're really young, like 5 years old, 6 years old, and you at that point you had toys and stuff, but it was like I would get home and be so hyped just to go into my backyard. It was literally like a different world, and like you always just make up new games, new stuff, and just a carefree place, man. Just a great. You'd run around and stuff. I had a decently big backyard when I was that age, and so we had this play set, man, and that's it for me. Just backyards.
Yeah, backyards. Hayes?
Man, just something everybody loved. Those little dinosaur chicken nuggets, man. Don't know what happens to them. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why I don't go to the store and buy them these days. But I don't know. There's something about just like sitting at the table and your mom pulls them out of the oven. And you're like,
And you know
it's a good
You
day.
ever had them
And
when
you
they were like
know it's gonna be-
undercooked though?
Oh, dude, they were still good. You just throw them in ketchup,
Just a
man.
tater tot.
You had to drown that in ketchup.
I almost think there's something about me not having to make my
gosh.
food or me having to make my food that just makes it worse. Like if I have to
Yeah.
make those chicken nuggets, it's like, like I won't do that.
But
if my mom brings it out of the oven, I'm like, dang,
Thanks, man.
this is gonna be great.
This is actually a quick talking point. Do you guys think that a meal tastes better when you prepare it or when someone else does?
Someone else.
I feel.
Okay, see,
I think it's me.
I feel the same because people always say like, oh, when you spend so much time to make a meal, like it tastes the
Yeah.
best. But I don't know
I'm
if
like
I feel
judging it way harder.
Well, it's
than I
really
would
good.
Yeah.
someone
Like
else's.
when I make it, like I season it how I like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
I think it depends on the meal because I'm just not a very talented cook. But whenever like I actually sit down and make something and like I think I do enjoy it more just because I know all the effort that
Yeah.
went into it.
I think definitely.
But that's just me. So
There you go, 50-50, folks. Split opinions on that one.
wow.
And we're
Let
still
us know.
friends.
Hey,
Let's take
email
note.
us. What do you prefer?
Ladies and
Or you
gentlemen,
can comment on the video.
That's true.
less
That's
is always more when
Yeah.
it comes to seasoning. Maybe we'll have a cooking segment, but less is always more. You want to spice it up just enough.
Yep.
Too much?
I don't know about that.
Ooh, differing opinions.
Really?
Should we
Throw
You want
investigate?
to cover it in
Cumin on there?
seasoning?
Cumin, some
Thyme.
thyme,
Yeah.
thyme,
What are those ASMR videos? We should just do. You know what those are?
No.
You know what ASMR is?
Oh, yeah.
thyme.
It's where people like the name of the video is like eating an octopus, and then they have like a microphone here. It's like and you just hear it like everything going on.
Yeah, I don't like that idea. What are we? Oh, nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
And Luke.
I
I
Luke's
guess I'll
nostalgia.
stick to the topic of food. Did y'all ever have Dunkaroos?
Dunkaroos?
Sounds really
Yeah,
familiar.
it does sound
Dang,
familiar.
I'm
okay,
gonna look them
so
up.
Is the phone still recording as well?
I think so.
they're these like little tiny kangaroo graham crackers in this pouch with some like confetti icing.
What?
And you'd rip that sucker open and dunk the kangaroos into the icing
Interesting.
and eat them. And the icing is like, it's an experience. It's like nothing you will ever taste in your life.
Yeah.
But man, those were good. Don't know what happened to them.
I'm pretty sure that was a snack that like some rich kid at school always pulled out, and you're like, oh god, like,
Screw that
mom,
guy.
please, next
Mom.
time. Like next time we're at the grocery store,
we
that
spring
painstaking
clean?
hour, like
Funny story
Just try to
about
sneak it
school
in there.
lunches. You know, like Oreo Cakesters back in the day. There was this kid who liked to eat at my elementary school.
That's such a
And
polite way of putting
he
it.
had,
man.
he had a whole lunch, like a burger, fries, like cookies, chips, I don't know. I had these 2 Oreo Cakesters, and he was like, dude, I'll trade you my whole lunch for the Oreo Cakesters. And I said, Mitch, you got it, man.
shout out Mitch,
Yeah,
dude.
shout out
Mitch, if you're watching,
Thank
if
you.
you're listening, shout out to you, dog.
That
I
is
hope
something
you-
that Luke has taken with him at least up to this point, and probably the rest of his life.
Dude,
I will
Mitch,
never forget
I
that.
have a potential segment we can do sometime where like one person tells a story, and then while you're listening to it, if like anything clicks, then it's the next person tells a story, and then just like that, like something from childhood.
Like telephone?
Yeah. And then when I'm telling my story, Hayes has to like connect something, like something clicks there, he tells a story.
Oh, that's interesting.
It would be hard because like if you don't come up with anything, I don't know. Stories can be really difficult to come up with because they have to be very like.
That's
but
true.
like that, just because we were just talking about Oreos or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a story on top of that. It was Cameron, Evan, and myself knew this young man who in middle school, I mean, he did prefer 2 pieces of pizza to 1, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
an accurate description.
So many.
But the best thing about this is that you would bring your lunch and just sit down.
Mm-hmm.
You'd literally sit down in the seat, and the first thing this kid would say to you is, "Hey man, you can eat that." It was like, I mean, it's
Hey,
not a
man.
fat joke. He literally would just ask you that, and you'd be like, "But like, dude, I haven't even started. Like, give me 5 seconds to just eat
Decide.
1 piece." Yeah, I haven't even made up my mind what I want to eat or if I want to eat this. You know. So yeah.
I was just
Good
inspired
times.
by that.
Okay.
It also happened to me. I was at lunch in the 4th grade, and at that time you get assigned where you sit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was this girl in my class. Her name was Madison Herber. I'm calling you out because this
Oh.
was dirty.
I think I know the story actually.
You might not. Maybe you do. Huh?
Is that one? No. That's a
No,
different
I mean
one.
basically,
Oh.
I was sitting there eating like a good little boy, and she was just kind of like being weird. You know, girls and boys, and it's just
Girls and
weird.
boys.
I don't know.
Girls
You
and
know,
boys.
you know. Anyway, before I know it, she takes her finger and just like literally stabs me in the eye.
Whoa.
Yeah, it got real intense real fast. Didn't say anything, and it just happened.
Dang.
And so I was like, freaking out, of course. And basically, I couldn't open my eye for the rest of the day. Like, it just kept watering and watering.
But you're not a snitch.
No, so I ain't no snitch, dude.
Yeah.
So afterwards, I got in the car, and of course, my mom was like, what's up? And I was like, I told her what happened, you know?
Told
So
me
we went
that.
to the doctor, and she had scratched my cornea.
Ooh.
Like, there was a visible
Dang.
scratch on my cornea.
You're no snitch.
And that's the whole story.
Wow. Well, I actually do have something that kind
Well,
of
there we go,
connects to that. Involving Madison Herber's cousin, Clay Herber,
Come on.
great friend
You'll
of the
probably
show.
hear this guy come up on the
Yeah,
podcast.
if we
once in a
keep
while.
doing this, Clay Herber's name will inevitably continually come up.
We're working on a movie.
But yeah, me and Hayes have kicked around a couple ideas for scripts, but never put pen to paper. Anyways, this guy's a legend in many ways, but in the 5th grade, this all actually involves Cameron. We were really bored in our homeroom class.
Yeah.
And so we started throwing. We had these, those big box erasers that you used to have, the pink ones. We just like peel off little bits and we throw them at Clay.
Straight Kobe. But we
Really?
didn't throw them at each other, to be
We
fair.
threw them at each other.
There's a guy named Blake Holbrook, aka
Yeah.
B-Hole.
B-hole, big fan of the show, I'm sure.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, no. So we just throwing bits at him, and Clay. He's not a spaz, but he had very sharp reactions to things, and so when he's like, quit throwing things at me, quit and then he finally just had this full on tantrum of like, okay, I want to stress this kid is not like mentally slow, like he's a perfectly high functioning person, but he's just very like aggressive, and so he's like, quit throwing eraser bits at me. And like stares me and Cameron dead in the eye,
Yeah.
and Miss Phillips comes over and just gets so mad, takes us out in the hall. I started crying because I was a good kid. I didn't get in trouble, and so like for that,
It was your first year there, too.
it was my first year at Grace. I didn't want to become the problem kid, But yeah,
Stop throwing erasers.
stop throwing eraser bits at me.
We were just snickering the whole time.
Yeah,
It was, of course, every time that the teacher would turn her back and like, just pelt her.
It's like machine gun.
I actually was just thinking about. There's a really good story. Actually, this one's for Clay Herbert. This is his revenge. Actually, on Evan Robert.
Wait, what?
This is your revenge, Clay, if you're listening. It happened in English class. I think it was senior year, actually.
Oh.
For whatever reason, it was just a day where me and the guys next to me were like, let's just kind of piss off Evan.
Yeah.
So we just decided we were going to throw paper balls at him, the whole class. Do you remember this, Evan?
Yeah, I think I
remember
blocked
this
that out of my
so
memory
Oh,
until now.
Was so angry. Like, I think it happened to be, like, after they lost a baseball game, like, the day
something
after.
had happened.
Something
but,
happened.
Like, I don't think we knew, and
I
so
don't
we
think
were
so either.
curious why.
And so we were just throwing,
I was
and
a
then
moody high school.
Evan's
we
one of those
threw
people, though,
one
that-
too many, and it was just like he was going to fight somebody. And it was
Sorry. I forgot.
kind of hilarious. Sorry, Evan. But for you, Clay, that story's for you, buddy.
Redemption over
for Clay
like
Harper.
6 years later.
6 years in the making was that
Yeah.
revenge.
But
I don't remember. It was amazing in the moment.
Yeah. Well,
All right, what's we got a topic?
yeah,
quiz?
we got something else.
So, last week we talked about the history of a meme. This week is more of current events.
Current events and memes.
Yes. So, some of you may know there's a show called Lazy Town.
I don't know.
Anybody?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know this one.
There's an actor called Stephen Carl who is the main villain for the show.
that guy, okay.
Yes. He's huge on Reddit because he had a song called We Are Number One. I have no idea why it's memed. I don't really understand it. It's just one of those things that people just love to watch. I don't know. Anyways, he had cancer, and because he was a meme, obviously had a lot of attention because, he had this cancer. He dealt with it for a while. He actually, fully embraced it. Was super cool about just being a meme. He did, this big interview, 20-minute interview, where he, sang the song and was, just talking to, all the people on the internet. He was actually a really cool guy. He very recently passed away from cancer.
R.I.P.
And there's just been some BuzzFeed articles going on
Oh, no.
right now that have been very negative towards his show Lazy Town.
Really?
What?
And Reddit just kind of had enough, and I looked this up earlier. So
Some
I
funny
saw it on
comments.
Reddit 2 days ago. It is actually a petition to delete BuzzFeed because they have been,
I'll sign
I would be
it.
down.
I'll
Yeah,
sign
no
it,
one
dude.
likes
I've already
BuzzFeed
signed it.
sucks.
at the current moment, they're looking for 50,000 signatures.
Dude, I will
They have
literally comment.
37,000. What's
BuzzFeed-
funny about this article, however, is that the petition. Whoever started it, they started it a year ago, I think, and it wasn't even. It was literally because
Wow.
BuzzFeed was trash, and then someone put it on Reddit and was like, "We need to do this,"
Yeah.
and so be part of the army.
Dang. Yeah, dude, I'm about to go sign on that after this. That's garbage. BuzzFeed is the worst. Literally.
37,000 people have been already said that they don't want any more BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like the BuzzFeed quizzes though, because they
Yeah.
literally have a quiz for everything.
mean-
On Snapchat?
It's entertaining.
No,
No, you
no,
can
it's
just look them
like
up.
online.
What number graphite pencil are you? They have
I mean, I'd say a lot of the internet just does not like BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
I feel like YouTube has a problem with BuzzFeed. A lot of their videos.
A lot of
people-
BuzzFeed people that work for their YouTube branch have quit and come out saying
They have those
dude,
videos.
working for BuzzFeed sucks. Yeah, they've
Yeah.
come out and these videos get millions of views and just say BuzzFeed they just kind of don't let you be creative. They have a very linear format on what kind of content, and they're also not open to different ideas politically speaking. So they just want to drive their agenda home. But I mean I guess the one thing they do well is those little silly quizzes. But
I mean, they garner a ton of attention, and I think their videos always have millions of views.
Yeah, I
People
don't know.
know all about them. It's they almost put out what they think is going to be popular, and I think that's a lot of people's problem with them is that they're trying to push things that they just think is going to be relevant, even if it may or may not be. I think that is part of the problem. I don't know. It's really interesting. I want to see how it plays out. I doubt BuzzFeed's going to go away because 50,000
No.
people said that they should.
no.
But it is kind of crazy that. I mean, think about all the other things that 50,000 people could put their
you
mind
said-
and their signature to
You said 37,000
already.
I would
So
like
that's
to-
And
about
this was
that's-
been the original. I mean, that petition had been up for a while, but I don't think it had more than 1,000 people sign
That's
it.
the population
in
of Clinton,
2 days. Yeah, 37,000 people.
I
Have
would
been
like to see how many total Reddit users there are First of all,
there's
because
millions.
I know, and once
But this
something
was
gets
one
popular,
subreddit. It wasn't necessarily
right? But like you stumbled upon it, and I'm sure you didn't have to just dig and dig and dig and dig and dig to like find this thing.
No, I mean it was upvoted. quite a
Yeah,
bit,
exactly. So like it's
you know?
once something gets there, like once something gets to that point, it just grows exponentially, like so much faster. But-
So I mean, obviously, probably not totally truthful, but like looking at the petition, it's like there's a new signature every like 10 to 15 seconds. So
Wow.
I mean that's probably more of just like a visual thing than anything. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Cool.
Second thing also kind of has to do with memes that I've talked about. Something that I think we've all in our lifetime just kind of had like a why, you know, and that's your bud on Instagram. He DMs you this meme, and you're like, oh sweet, you know it's a meme account because it's something like memes are, or like just something super random, or like Choco Bleach,
Puberty.
Papa Autism. These are literal accounts dedicated to memes. And you're
Follow
like,
them, they're great.
Sweet, yeah, you're like sweet, and
Very
it's
dank.
private, and you're like, why?
Yeah, why would you private?
Well, I kind of looked it up. It's probably what you would suspect. It's that when someone sends you a meme, you're like, I would like to look at this because it's probably funny because somebody sent it to me.
Smart.
So you follow the account.
Smart.
That's literally why they do it, is so that they'll get more followers. So people won't just like send memes and they look at
I
them.
mean, that's kind of obnoxious, but it's smart from a business
It
standpoint.
is, but why are memes a business now? It's freaking un-American, man.
Whenever I see like
This is some British stuff going on where they have private meme accounts. This is not American.
whenever I see like a
Free
meme account
memes.
becoming like just like selling merch and like you know selling out,
That is the worst.
I unfollow that because I don't want to see that garbage.
It's
in
like,
my
man,
timeline.
I want to laugh. I want to have a
Yeah.
little chuckle.
I
Nice.
wanna buy your
That was good.
emoji. hats.
But you gotta respect the hustle.
The grind, yeah.
These people are out here. Literally, they made a meme account, so who knows
they make
what they're doing
money.
with their life. And then it blows up, and now they're thinking,
Do you
bro, I've been
think-
making that guap. We're all trying to make that.
Where
guap.
does it become? Where's the line, though? You know,
Yeah,
it's mean.
I think it's just like, do you think our founding fathers would think that this far in advance, like we're making money off of simply making? I don't know, like how
The worst part is it's not even their content. You know, I mean, they literally just rip it off somewhere else and they post it, and it's like,
Yeah.
and they're making money off that.
and that's
it's
just
zero
a
skill.
scene now.
I mean, it's crazy. Hashtag free the memes. I think that should be
Meme
not,
gate.
not just a battle cry of our generation, but the name of this podcast. Hashtag free the memes, people.
We'll consider
Please.
it. There's got to be a better title
Oh,
out
it's-
there.
Oh, Kevin.
I'm just
Memes
thinking.
are funny.
Yeah.
Memes are for the people, dude. Are you for the people or not? Because it sounds like you're not.
I'm for the people as long as they're paying. You know what I'm
I have
saying?
a topic I think maybe we could talk about.
Bring it up.
Clint Dempsey.
Why don't you expound on that first?
Special
before
shout
we-
out.
before we
Yeah,
go
okay.
on?
Great
Okay.
friend of
This
the
should
show.
have come
Yes.
up before.
From Nacogdoches, Texas.
So yes, Nacogdoches resident. So Clint Dempsey, American soccer legend, tied for the most goals in U.S. men's soccer history, retired the other day, and he's just one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
Because he's just like a normal guy. Like he's from the South, and
He's from Texas.
Yeah.
There's not a flashy
bless.
thing about the man.
No.
Like,
and like
Man.
he loves to fish and hunt and all
Yeah.
that stuff. He's a rapper.
he'd love to game.
He's
though.
basically
He-
like if Eminem played soccer, because he's
Wow.
like he's got
That's
like
a
the
statement.
shaved
8
head
Mile,
and
baby.
like the baggy clothes.
Okay.
and-
Well, maybe the
Ran-
best part is,
he ran-
people always talk about like people diving in soccer and like falling. I just think Clint Dempsey was one of the most like brash, like
Yeah.
very
Being
against
there.
soccer culture.
Also, it's
many-
cool.
Many a time.
It's cool to have Americans playing overseas, playing in the big leagues.
Oh, yeah.
So for there to be a prolific like American striker playing in England, it was before we got into it, but just to kind of like there weren't many before him that I could name at all. So to kind of spearhead that and be like, I'm one of the best strikers, but I'm American, and just like rep that is really cool. And
he's Fulham's leading Premier League scorer.
That's awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry if you didn't understand any of that.
Yeah,
Just know
yeah.
that USA,
Look
go
up,
America.
Look up some Clint Dempsey highlights.
Clint Dempsey also has hashtag free the memes tattooed on his body.
That's true.
He does have a
Look it up,
Texas
please.
You can look it up.
on his. Okay, so
Yeah.
I was actually I was thinking of another topic in our last conversation, And then I looked down at Luke's shoes, and he's wearing Vans, and I love Vans. I started thinking about how I'm trying to get some new shoes, and I started thinking about brand names. And just the idea of paying exponentially more for a brand name shoe just because it has the Nike swoosh on it, or because, like, and it's something that I've thought about but have never really, like, understood, like, within me. I'm totally guilty of it. Like, if you found the exact same shoe and it didn't have the Nike swoosh on it and it was like $20 cheaper, I would probably not buy it. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's like a deep within me saying, like, well, I want other people to know I wear Nike, or, like, I don't know. I'm just curious to see your thoughts
for
on
me,
that.
it's like one word. It's status. Like, that's what it brings you. It's just like when you wear, I mean, like, if you think about it, like, I mean, this is bad, but when you see a guy walking around and he's not wearing Nike, some, like, Nike or Adidas, or, like, even any, like, New Balance is trendy now, and, like, in Vans.
Yeah, no, I would agree.
Yeah. And, like, if
It
he's wearing, like, Asics, or, like, if you see some guy walking around in Skechers, you're going to judge him and say, man, that guy doesn't have any style.
But it goes both ways.
I respect Skechers.
See, for me, it goes both ways, because either I see someone, and first of all, this is just literally admitting that I, like, judge people before I see them, which is something that should be worked on. But, like, for me, I either think, dang, what is that guy doing? Or I think, like, that guy's so confident in, like, whatever he's doing that, like, he just does not give a flip about, you know. Anyway,
I don't know.
I think part of it is, like, familiarity. Like, it's definitely, like, recognizing something familiar and being like, oh, yeah, like, I know that. You know, I trust that at least. Great little tidbit about my dad. The man loves Under Armour shoes. Never heard of a single person in my entire life. I question him every single time.
The Rock ones?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, they're just the best shoes. I like how they fit. I like everything about them. I don't think I've ever seen another pair of Under Armour shoes. I don't think I've been to, like, Academy and just, I don't know.
Steph
it's
Curry's
bizarre,
Under
but
Armour, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Steph Curry.
Shout out to Steph.
I don't know.
So,
that's
man,
a great
find
point.
what you like and what you love is the bottom line.
Cameron, why don't you be the countercultural one that goes out and buys some weird shoes?
But, like, it's such a weird thing, because actually Tom's got brought up today in one of my classes. You guys remember Tom's,
Yes,
the
R.I.P.
old, like,
Everyone.
we were talking about marketing philosophies and how, like, one of them is societal marketing, where basically you're doing what's best, like, for the company, but really you're trying to make a societal difference. Tom's, every pair of shoes they sold, they also gave a pair away to someone. And I was just thinking about how, like, Tom's are, like, pieces of cloth with, like, basically no padding on your feet. I mean, I guess they looked good at the time or whatever, but, like, they blew up because they just somehow became popular to wear, and, like, the name Tom's was, like, very cool. Like, if you had a pair of Tom's or whatever. I mean, it was mostly for girls, but some guys also. But anyway.
I did wear Tom's.
Yeah, and so it was like, that's just bizarre. And who wears Tom's now?
No one.
I haven't seen someone in Tom's in...
Literally just a trend.
And that's so weird.
Maybe in 30 years, Skechers is, like...
But New Balance, dude. New Balance was weird.
That's what I'm saying. New Balance was garbage.
The brand Champion used to be like, that's crap. You know? And now it's like like legit.
Yeah, like Urban Outfitters, I was looking today, like, sells so much Champion stuff. And
it's expensive.
You
It's really
could have bought a
expensive.
sweatshirt for like $10. That's like what Rocky wore in the movies, and it was like, that's literally the cheapest gray, whatever.
I used to
like $60, $70.
Get some of those Champion brand and be like, oh god, like, you know.
How does that happen?
It's because they, like, partnered with Supreme, and Supreme got big, and then that's just kind of what happened. Like, I just don't understand.
Dude, how does Champion partner with Supreme?
Well, they partnered with them before they were big. Like I think that's what Supreme printed a lot of their stuff on. Was was Champion brand stuff, I guess. Okay. That's just kind of what I read.
I think partially it's also crazy. Like, when I'm looking to buy a pair of shoes, it's harder to find, like, off-brand. Like, I'm not going to go
to Walmart.
Exactly.
I was about to say,
but
dude,
then the Walmart stigma, like, it's not going to hold together.
Oh,
but this is actually
I can attest.
When I went to London last semester, I didn't want to buy, like, a huge, really nice jacket. my parents said they were willing to, but like I could not justify in my mind. So I literally went to Walmart and like got the $30 like massive, and it held up the whole time I was there. Worked super well, super water resistant.
I mean, I think it's really hit or miss though, because
Yeah.
like, some of the Walmart shirts you get, I mean, they shrink and then they'll just literally like tear apart on you. And then there's like some quality Walmart stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me with shoes, I want shoes that I'm comfortable in, that I know, like Vans. I have a ton of Vans. I know that they'll last forever, so I buy Vans. I like the way they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do look good.
Yeah, I got some Adidas, as it is pronounced in Germany, and it's a German company. Just FYI,
For
they're
you
like
uncultured people.
they're
out there.
like basketball shoes, but they just have this like cloud foam stuff in them. They're amazing. They're
Yeah.
some of the best shoes I've ever
I
worn.
wasn't even like, yeah, I guess the more idea that I was talking about at the beginning is just like brand name, like
Yeah.
with anything though.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Like I remember for the girls out there, you remember Miss Me jeans?
Oh, yeah.
Does that ring a bell,
They're
dude?
$200.
Dude,
Yeah,
people
we're,
got
like, literally-
girls would get bullied if they didn't
Yeah.
wear Miss Me
That's
jeans.
crazy.
It's insane. Like at our school,
Yeah.
people we'd have like junior high girls getting bullied because they weren't wearing Miss Me jeans. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's literally finding something to bully people about.
Yeah, like that's such a stretch.
Just amazing.
I
what
don't
people
know,
do.
man.
Bullying is the craziest. Like,
It makes
Yeah.
so much sense, though. I mean, I think we do it all the time.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know, but like having perspective on it now, like if you're bullying someone about like their appearance or something, like
Yeah.
you're not like if you bully someone because they're not good enough at soccer or whatever, that's like at least bullying them on something that they could be getting better at. So it's like you're not good at this. But if you're like roasting someone's appearance, you're not even like they can't even help that. So it's
Yeah.
like, what are you?
I think that's why people love to roast it, is because they can't. Like, it's like if
They
you
know
roasted
they
somebody
can't,
about
yeah.
soccer, then they could get better, and then they'll put it in your face. But
Yeah, I
mean,
guess. If you're a bully and you're listening, get the freak out of this podcast.
No, listen,
stay and
yes.
learn from your mistakes.
Listen
all right, get
and-
out. No, okay.
Cameron is bullying the bullies
Cameron,
right now, so
You ugly.
Wow. No.
Y'all some ugly
Stop.
bullies out there.
Stop.
I think we're gonna have to ask you to leave.
Oh.
we might.
Oh.
Hey, do you have anything else? What else is on your
Jeez,
mind?
man.
I mean,
Just chilling over here now, bro.
On this day in 1987, Yves Pol ran a marathon backwards in under 4 hours.
What?
a marathon.
Yes.
Like so that's 20
26.2 miles.
backwards.
That's
Backwards.
crazy.
4 hours.
Yeah. And he fell over a couple times.
Well,
Obviously.
well, yeah.
I mean, could you imagine your legs being juiced like that much and still just going? That's
Oh
crazy.
my gosh, it's so hard to run backwards if
It
you
is.
do that. Goodness gracious, well, impressive.
Actually, I do have one thing. Just a little shout out.
Yeah.
So, if you don't know, if you have the Spotify student membership, you can now get like a free Showtime subscription as well. So you can get Hulu and Showtime. Pretty cool. The only reason I would recommend getting Showtime is Sacha Baron Cohen has a show out, and it is pretty amazing.
For those of you who don't know who that is, that's the guy who did Borat. He's also did Bruno, the movie Bruno.
The Ali G show. Essentially, what's amazing about him is, like, at first watch, you're just like, okay, this is kind of crass, or this is gross, or like, what is he doing? And then you think about it, and there's like a message under it. So, not really a spoiler, but in one of his episodes, he's basically pretending to be like an anti-terrorist, like anti-liberal, like fanatic, basically. And he literally convinces this guy, like, through a series of steps. He like flies him out to San Francisco because the gays are marching, and like, I mean, it's just crazy stuff. And just slowly by slowly, he kind of like edges this guy.
Slowly but
And
slowly.
basically at the end, they put little trackers on these people who are going to mass produce this this diaper that makes babies transgender. Which, I mean, it's absolutely insane. But like, I mean, again, he just inches them there. And then he gives the guy this iPad, and he's like, put 2 fingers on like where the tracker's going, and it will explode just small enough to kill them. So that way that the babies, won't be trans.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, I'm sure you
gosh.
can imagine. I won't say, but
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's just amazing that like I mean, I wouldn't say everyone who's obviously anti all that stuff in America would do that.
No.
But it's amazing how, like, little by little. There was an amazing show. Did y'all watch it? I think it's on Netflix. I don't even know what it's called, but it's basically the show Push. Yes, it's so good. It's basically how far can you push someone into committing murder.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
It's actually
I highly, highly
interesting.
recommend it.
Yeah, it's only an hour long, so it's not like it's going to take up a bunch of your time.
Not a huge
but
time commitment.
it's worth a watch. It's kind of scary, not to ruin anything, but I think I had some notes on some things we could talk about.
You got it, bud.
I don't have my phone; it's recording.
Nice.
So
What time?
Oh
are we
yeah,
at?
we have.
we are at
That's actually good. We might actually be close to an hour.
we're at 50 minutes. Yeah. So
Okay.
I mean, we can cut
We
it
can
off.
get one more.
We can get one more thing in.
What is corn on the cob versus knobbler corn?
Oh yes,
What is it?
Dude!
Okay, so here's the thing, people. We'll save Fortnite craze for the next episode.
Okay.
Or never.
Or never, yeah. We
gotta
don't even
talk
have
about
to.
it, dude.
No,
It's
we have
taken
to
over.
address that. So we were at lunch today with some friends, and one of them had like loose corn that you just kind of scoop and put in loose corn.
Corn on the loose!
Corn? You got some loose corn over here? No, I mistyped it and it says knobbler corn. That is kind
She
of
called it nibbler?
nibbler corn, which is still weird, but knobbler corn. Versus
That's gotta be the episode name.
yeah, it's got to be. And then there's versus corn on the cob. So I was curious, just wanted to poll the podcast. Would that be a cool segment? Poll the podcast. I don't know.
Like us.
Yeah, poll the podcast.
And eventually one day, also the listeners.
Yes.
live stream.
Do you
That'd be
prefer corn on the cob or knobbler corn, as we have just described it?
Corn on the cob is definitely harder. Like,
Harder to do.
But-
nibbler corn is you get it in a can, it's literally 50 cents at
More
Walmart
fun,
or whatever.
though.
Oh,
I would
definitely.
argue it's not more fun.
Dude, yes it is.
Okay,
Really?
no,
You
I
can
would.
like spread the butter all
That's true.
over.
I don't think either one is fun to me.
Cracked
It's a different
pepper.
process.
and
And
then
then
you're just like,
oh, dude.
I just think of that scene in Nacho Libre where the guy throws the corn on the cob.
Get that
into
corn
the
out of my
face.
Wait, but no, when he throws the corn in the guy's eye,
Oh, yeah.
that
Oh,
freaked
that's
me out as
amazing.
a kid. But I do prefer corn on the cob. It's more work.
So
and
you
also,
all three corn on the cob.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
have
you
y'all-
loose
well,
corn?
I don't know.
We got a loose
My
corn.
mom makes this sweet.
A
I was about to
knobbler.
say,
Loose corn over
it's
here.
like a mood
Knobbler.
or a feel thing. Like if I just want to have some quick corn, you just get some.
Quick
I don't
corn.
want to call it
See,
nibbler corn.
for
I don't.
me-
Kernel corn.
For me, it's like the same reason that I'm not the biggest fan of crawfish because
I hate
it's
crawfish.
it's the work or like the pain of getting corn out of my teeth and like all that like the pain of it and the effort exceeds the taste and what I want.
At least we don't have to like go out and kill our food.
You're right.
every day.
You're
It's
right.
True.
Yeah.
Shout out to ye old hunter gatherers.
Yeah.
Also, how do you eat your knobbler corn?
Like with what
spoon
utensil?
or
Fork?
Spoon or fork? It's like impossible to
That's
like
true.
get it all
Knife,
scooped up.
spoon.
Oh,
Knife
That's
and spoon?
You
What the
take
heck is
two
that?
hands, man.
Well, oftentimes when you have corn,
Knife
you're
and
eating something else
spoon?
with a knife, like a meat. That's true, right?
Yeah.
yeah, but use a spoon for your
Here's
meat?
what you do.
No.
Here's what
You,
you
you,
do.
have
fork.
you have a spoon for the corn. First of all, to get maximum corn kernels on there.
Let's just laugh.
You guys are not. You guys are,
Okay,
am I the only woke person here right
But,
now?
okay.
but like
Bruh.
spoons are like a dome. How do you like get it over the horizon
You
of the
take
dome?
your knife and you like.
Wait, okay, so
No,
this is
I'm
coming from the
suing
guy.
the viewers.
No, this
This
is
is
coming
your
from the
spoon.
guy who's
Let
talking
Cameron-
about so
let-
much
let
work.
Cameron-
This
put
is
it
your
in his case.
spoon. This is your spoon.
Okay.
This is your knife. Okay. I don't. This is the corn, for example. Okay. It's sitting here. You place the spoon here. Okay. Then with your knife. Sorry, it's
not working well.
Yeah, because it's a phone.
This is not
You
corn
then
shaped, though.
you keep this here and you scrape. Boom, knife on.
See, that's
Knife
a lot
on
of
the
work.
floor.
I was
No,
just
it's
about to
not.
say,
Dude,
I
you
could just-
eat that way all the time.
When
It's
I can
more
just
work.
lift it into my mouth.
That
Here's what
guy
you do.
talking about less work. This
Here's
whole
what you do. If
process.
you're working with knobbler corn, you get a scoop of mashed potatoes, and then you go for the corn. The corn then sticks in the mashed potatoes. You're eating about the
That's
same.
nasty.
Okay,
You're a
I know
serial
you-
killer.
That's not true.
Thank God there's a sane person like Luke here.
Okay,
today.
but I prefer corn on the cob. I don't like that the little corns explode though and get juice all over your
I
mouth.
don't feel like I
all
prefer
over
one
the
of
people
those.
next to you.
Yeah, they do.
It's just
Cobb
more fun
is-
sometimes, you know. It's like I enjoy eating it.
It's
you know?
true. It's a fun food to eat.
Okay,
just
it's
kinda
just
is.
It's
just like people think. I think soccer is so fun, and other people could not have an ounce of fun playing soccer.
Yeah.
I don't have fun eating corn on the cob. It's
And
eating,
that's
and there is,
But
and
you
that's
can
it.
have fun. I think people
Yeah, it's
can
like
have fun
the
watching
video of
soccer.
that guy who put the corn on the cob on the drill bit.
Oh,
And,
All right, you're right.
Yeah, when is
Yeah.
freaking novel
Yes.
porn ever made people laugh?
Oh man. Okay, I
Well,
think
we solved that debate. No reason,
yeah.
no reason
Should
for the
we
poll.
should we end it
Stop.
here? I think we're gonna end it here.
I want to say something real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, we can all say it, but I want to genuinely thank those of you. If you've even made it to this point now, incredible.
Thank
But we
you.
actually had a lot of people come up to us throughout the couple days. Like, I mean, we're recording this 2 days after we recorded the.
Because we were so hyped. Because
was that last night? 2 nights
No,
ago.
2
No.
nights ago.
2 nights ago. I mean, we were recording this 2 nights after we recorded the first one, and only 1 day after actually putting it on.
Yeah.
Putting it on YouTube. So, just genuinely thank you guys. Like, we really do it for us because we've wanted to create something for a long time. We never have, but like to have people come up and tell us that like they enjoyed listening to it, or even a little bit of it. And
Yeah.
it means a lot, and it's cool to hear
awesome.
from you guys. So.
It's
Yeah,
crazy to
thank
make
you.
it the whole way through. I mean, that's,
Yeah, and
that's
some people
amazing.
literally came up and said they did make
Yeah.
it the whole way through, which is awesome.
Tell us.
Um,
We gotta have something for the people making.
Yeah,
it the whole way
I mean, I guess
So-
if you made it all the way through,
through. Give us your opinion on Nobbler corn.
Yes.
that's how you know
Please.
we know.
walk up
Also,
and talk about
if
it.
if you comment on, I mean, we don't have to do this. But I think it's okay. If you comment on the video, we will. If it's too bad, we won't read your comment. But if it's something, we'll literally read it and like address it and shout
Yeah.
you out.
Yeah.
Because we're here for the people.
Also-
For
And-
Shem, if you've made it through, you're one of our
wow.
biggest supporters.
You might get your freaking name dropped, man.
And also, be looking out for some guests soon. We would love
Yes.
to have some guests on here,
Yes.
talk about things.
I would say if you leave a comment on one of our videos, then if we ever do merchandise, you will be entered in to get some free stuff.
Yeah.
Get some
entered in,
free swag.
not guaranteed. But
Yeah.
you know, hit that subscribe button if you're feeling it. Don't forget to either comment or email I forgot it. Those stanky leftovers at gmail.com. Don't be shy. I want to hear your comments. I'll be checking it. But thank you again for listening. I never know how to end.
I think
So-
We should say,
we're just gonna record another one.
Time
right
to
now,
close
so.
the fridge.
It's that's
Wow.
cool.
We're all gonna clap to close it, right?
1, 2, 3.
Now I gotta go to a clip.